Shakur can't punch. I don't see many guys just running in there on Shakur. But anyways, look, y'all already know what it is. His training programs and shit, man, got in the fight, and you look like shit, man. You look like hell. That was that Nahil fight, man. You were like, man, I done stuff I ain't never done before. All this stuff, man.
Renowned former boxer Tim Bradley publicly criticized Shakur Stevenson regarding his training preparations. He brutally warns him that Teo will beat his training is just pathetic and rubbish to win.
I know this fight is big. I know you can add a little bit of something, but man, if you overworking yourself, man, and you ain't gonna be rested, man, if you ain't resting your hands, taking care of what you need to take care of. Oh shit, one more thing I gotta tell you, Shakur. Man, what you doing with them wraps, man? Stop being cheap. Stop being cheap, man. I see you cutting off them damn wraps and then just taping them back on, man. That's how you messing up your damn hand.
That's enough for Shakur to wake up before it's too late that Teo actually beats him. However, some boxing pros see Shakur as going to conquer this fight, and one of them is British professional boxer Hamza Sheeraz. He said Shakur possesses better overall skills. He also praised Teofimo's punching power, but up to this point, he has not proven to be able to rely on that power at 140 lbs. Hamza predicts Shakur can deal with Teo's strengths, and in the end, it will be Shakur who will showcase his abilities and win the fight.
That's a good matchup. It's a very good matchup. Like, Teofimo is very good, Shakur's very good, but I'm a big fan of both of them. But I know that Shakur and Teofimo are weight. But I think I'm edging towards like Shakur Stevenson. So,
do you think Shakur can take Teofimo's power very well?
And to be fair, I wouldn't say Teofimo. He's powerful, but in this 140, I don't think he's been amazingly bringing the power up from lightweight. So I think Shakur has got a chance with him, and they're both great operators and they're good world-class fighters.
One small mistake can flip this fight. Adding on some shocking predictions, fighter Keith Colin predicts Shakur Stevenson will defeat Teo by outboxing him over 12 rounds. He believes Lopez is still a dangerous opponent because of his athletic ability. Still, he also feels Lopez's defensive weaknesses, which include dropping his lead hand, will be exploited because of the superior ring IQ, anticipation, and discipline of Stevenson. Colin sees the match going the full 12 rounds, with Lopez getting desperate towards the end and Stevenson pulling away, resulting in a clear decision win for him.
Shakur and Teo, I actually feel like that's going to be a great fight. I feel like this fight, Shakur and Teo, is going to be better than Shakur and Zepeda, just because of the fact of Teo, he's more athletic, and he could surprise you. You know, he could be down in the whole fight, and he's still going to be a live dog. You gotta be ready for the best Teo, because the best Teo is a dangerous Teo, as we saw against Loma, and you know the other times that he came prepared. But I feel like Shakur gonna win. I feel like
frustrates opponents and controls the pace. That's what Shawn Porter is advising Shakur. Porter sees Teofimo Lopez as the explosive, momentum-shifting threat in this matchup. He warned Shakur that one mistake could change everything. According to Porter, that's exactly what Shakur has to maintain his focus throughout the duration of the entire fight, and cannot afford to become overconfident nor take any time off during the fight. To win this fight, Shakur needs to maintain discipline and utilize technique throughout the fight in order to control distance, break down Teofimo through technical ability, and prevent Teofimo from being able to land his strong punches.
Teofimo is explosive. He came into the game, that's a part of that's his DNA, right? But if you don't learn how to control your DNA, you just explosive. And so he's got to hone in on that, be precise against Shakur, but Teo has more than a shot. For Teo, I don't know if Teo can outbox him.
Yeah.
But Teo can definitely throw off Shakur. But again, control that, and then on the back end, what do you do? It's a really great fight.
Both fighters have legitimate paths to victory, as it's almost a 50-50 fight. Meanwhile, Nahil Albright, another one of Shakur Stevenson's former sparring partners, is also backing Stevenson to win the fight. Having been in the ring with Shakur, Albright expects the fight to gradually shift into Shakur's favor, given Teofimo Lopez's track record against slick fighters with a high boxing IQ. Albright believes that if Shakur can fight anywhere near his usual form, Teofimo will be facing yet another tough night and losing performance.
That's a hell of a fight. I'm gonna go with Shakur. I think Shakur, I don't know, he just gonna win. I just know Shakur gonna win. He gonna, yeah. Cause I feel like Jermaine Ortiz gave Teo some problems, right? with their like angles and stuff like that. And Shakur defense is a not next level from compared to Jermaine Ortiz. So I feel like,
according to someone else who has recently sparred with Shakur, Emiliano Vargas provided some solid insight and some real insight into what goes on behind the scenes. He mentioned that Shakur is scary because when he sees even the tiniest opening or mistake, he fixes it immediately and capitalizes on it. Teofimo is a completely different threat. In the end, Vargas broke down both fighters' strengths and basically stated that both fighters can win the fight in different ways, and therefore, Vargas does not have a favorite.
I think it would go the distance. I can see a decision for Shakur. I can see a decision for Teofimo. It just depends on you know, how if Shakur wants to fight or not, how the judges are gonna score it. You know, so it just depends on which fighter shows up for each of them, you know? So that's the beautiful thing about boxing, we never know.
Adding to that sentiment, Tank Davis's longtime trainer Kenny Ellis noted several significant flaws in Teo Lopez's style, referencing specific instances in which Lopez was hit clean and hurt in previous bouts. Ellis believes that if Teofimo comes into this fight looking vulnerable, as he has in the past, Shakur will take every opportunity to attack him. Ellis praised Stevenson's maturity, discipline, and elite boxing IQ as the attributes that set him apart from the majority of fighters, giving him a substantial edge heading into this fight.
Mental, and he gonna fight a superior boxer. And Teo get touched by guys with less caliber boxers than Shakur. So you know Shakur can touch him at will. You know what I mean? You look at Teo's scar tissue around his face, his nose, the eyes. He get touched up all the time. So what make him think that Shakur not gonna touch him? And then it's mental. Several fights. One fight he asked after the fight, do I still have it? He said that shit out loud.
Furthermore, Lamont Roach predicts a tough fight. He said Shakur Stevenson will win the fight against Teofimo Lopez by a wide margin, and not just because he is a more skilled fighter, but also due to his ring intelligence. Roach expressed that Stevenson will be able to frustrate Lopez and ultimately break his rhythm due to Stevenson's superior ring intelligence, while he acknowledges Lopez's talent and also reminds everybody that Lopez is the one who defeated him.
He a little cuckoo too, like he has like a little mental lapses every once in a while.
So who do you think wins that fight between him and Teofimo Lopez if they fight?
I think Shakur wins. And I don't think it's going to be like a super tough fight either. His IQ will frustrate him.
Don't you think Teo has also good ring IQ and also is slick, fast?
I think explosive? So, but when you look at Teo's performances against guys that are just pure boxers, it's just like he almost lost to Sandor Martin. Some people thought he lost to Sandor Martin.
He did beat Loma, who's arguably at the time considered
hell yes.
Before Shakur Stevenson takes on Teofimo Lopez in a big fight, Keyshawn Davis wants to warn him about some of Lopez's skills. He states that he has known Lopez since their amateur days, training together, winning national championships, and growing up in the sport of boxing. Now, as professionals, they will compete against each other in a high-stakes battle that combines experience, history, and skill. Davis says Lopez knows exactly what he is getting into by fighting Stevenson, and Stevenson will have to put forth his best effort if he hopes to overcome the challenges that Lopez presents.
Unbiasedly, what you feel about this matchup? You know these dudes very well.
Shakur had talked about this shit before it was actually official, and I'm like, Core, you know this nigga can fight, right? Core like, nah, bro, I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, we all excited about the fight, bro. Like, we all know what's at stake. Like, we've been knowing Teofimo since we was 12 or 13 years old and amateurs, bro. Like, we all been winning nationals together. Now we're pro having to fight each other, so Teo know who he fighting.
Coming back to Tim Bradley's criticism, it is said that Stevenson is doing mindless, wasteful training exercises that can deplete his body's energy. Tim Bradley's main concern about Stevenson was what he does with his hand wraps. He argued that by cutting back on time spent taping hands, Stevenson is potentially risking severe injuries, particularly in a contest with an explosive puncher like Teofimo Lopez. Bradley warned Stevenson not to underestimate Teofimo.
Man, I'm looking at this Shakur, man. If you don't know, Shakur got a YouTube channel. It's at Shakur Stevenson, I believe, at Shakur Stevenson. Check it out, man. I've been watching all his moves, man. What's been going on, you know? Hey, Shakur. Hey, I hope you doing what makes you tick. I hope you ain't doing all no extra shit. You don't need all that extra shit. You better be doing what makes you tick. I remember when you went to one of Crawford's camp and you did one of his trainings and you know, a full camp and stuff, man, and one of his his training programs and shit, man, got in the fight, and you look like shit, man.
Furthermore, Punch Drunk is fully backing Teofimo Lopez to win this fight and thinks he will have little trouble doing so. To him, Lopez possesses the perfect blend of speed, power, athleticism, and elite fighting skill. The fact that Lopez has historically stepped up when facing other elite-level fighters, plus the atmosphere of Madison Square Garden at fight time, means that this fight will be one for the ages.
I'm going to ask you something that we don't know, bro.
Talk to me, my brother.
Who you got?
The takeover. The takeover 2.0, man.
Do you have a reason for it, though?
Man, I think that experience, that's one. Speed, power, athleticism. We all know what's the narrative. That when he's facing a pound-for-pound fighter, an elite fighter, he shows up.
Okay,
so the lights is bright, New York City, Madison Square Garden. I think it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a great fight.
I like your reasoning, bro.
However, the fight preparations are all locked in. Shakur Stevenson's training camp is at extreme levels of intensity. The training has been structured without excuses, preparing the fighter for all situations that they could come against in the ring. Every single drill is practiced with precision, all habits are sharpened, and all details are examined and adjusted as he trains live. Shakur training camp kicks into high gear, and the entire Shakur team is all in with no excuses. Every technique is drilled down to the nth degree. Every rep is executed with purpose and intent, and every detail is scrutinized. The entire Shakur team is like a well-oiled machine to ensure that Shakur is ready for anything that may happen inside the ring. Whether it is hard-hitting conditioning or next-level technical drills, everything is aimed at sharpening Shakur's instincts, instilling confidence, and preparing him for the championship limelight. Shakur is learning to maximize his instincts, perfect his technique, and increase his conditioning to championship standards so that he can deal with an explosive opponent like Teo, whether the opponent throws punches quickly, hits extremely hard, or applies intense pressure. Everything from technical sparring to intense conditioning phases has been set in stone, and all aspects of the camp are working together like a well-oiled machine to make sure that Shakur enters the ring ready, feeling confident, and with all of the tools he needs to execute his superior ring IQ on fight night. Shakur knows how to beat Teo. He is working on mental and technical skills. Against him is a fighter of his capabilities, which makes this highly anticipated. Shakur is grinding insanely hard in the gym. His focus is clear, and his mission is to destroy Teo as early as he can in the fight. If Shakur performs anywhere near his usual level, Teofimo is likely headed for a tough night. Teofimo Lopez has put in extreme effort to reach the maximum level of training he could do, to get all of his speed and power, as well as timing, to a high level, so that he will be able to capitalize when Shakur Stevenson makes a mistake or has any hesitation in an opening. Teo has been training harder than ever for his showdown with Shakur Stevenson. Every session in camp is designed to sharpen his speed, power, and timing, while building the endurance to handle a full 12-round war. He's working on movement, combinations, and explosiveness, drilling ways to pressure opponents and create openings even against technically sharp fighters like Shakur. Coaches have him focused on correcting past mistakes, tightening his defense, and making sure he's ready to adapt on the fly. This isn't just routine work. It's a calculated, high-intensity camp aimed at making Teo faster, stronger, and more dangerous than ever in the ring. So, ultimately, it will be a fight of accuracy versus explosiveness, and every punch thrown, every tactical adjustment made, and every second in the boxing ring will be critical to determining the outcome of this fight. From a fan's standpoint, they should certainly expect a thrilling contest between two highly skilled fighters who each have the capability of winning, but it will likely be Shakur's sense of discipline and ability to make adjustments that will position him with a greater chance of winning in the last moments of the fight. Adding to the hype surrounding this fight, well-known former professional boxer Buddy McGirt has picked Shakur Stevenson to defeat Teofimo Lopez, and he's got no reservations about it. Buddy McGirt thinks that Shakur Stevenson is definitely on another level of fighter compared to Lopez, and currently is the best boxer at 140 lbs. Buddy McGirt believes Shakur has the skills, speed, and ring IQ to successfully compete at higher weight classes.
Oh, Shakur, definitely.
Why is that?
He's the best at that weight. No one's going to beat him at that weight. You know, he can go up to 47 and win a title. That's how good he is.
I mean,
and, it's going to be a good fight. I'm glad it's finally happening, you know, good fight in boxing. We got two very skilled fighters. And look, I love Teofimo. You know, I picked him to beat Lomachenko. You know what I mean? But I just think that Shakur's on another level.
And is likely to contend for championships in the future. Therefore, he is considered a tremendous talent in the modern era of professional boxing. Bidding to become a 4-division world champion is Stevenson, who retained his WBC lightweight title with a comprehensive points victory over William Zepeda in July. One of those who anticipates a Lopez masterclass is popular streamer Aiden Ross, who entertained a $10,000 wager with Crawford. Crawford, on the other hand, insisted that Stevenson is the man to put on a boxing clinic. Teo's good at what he does, but he's getting washed. Fans only have weeks to wait to find out. The fight between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez is proving to be one of the best in boxing. Both men have different styles of boxing, but each has unique skills, and both fighters will be looking for victory. Shakur is extremely smart in the ring. He is very accurate in his punches and is very patient with his timing. In contrast, Teofimo is fast and strong. He can land a punch at any moment and can change the course of a fight with one punch. The two fighters will face off in what will be a classic battle of strategy and athleticism. A small moment can completely change the landscape of the fight. With that said, who do you think will win? Will Shakur be able to outpoint Teofimo while controlling the speed of the fight, or will Teofimo use his speed and power to find ways to win? What do you think will happen during each round of the fight, and who do you think will come out on top? Please give your predictions in the comments below and tell me your reasoning for that prediction. This fight is bound to create a lot of debate for weeks to come. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the Stevenson versus Lopez matchup, then like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the bell icon for notifications to receive future fight previews, predictions, and behind-the-scenes access to the boxing world.